see here. Good to see you, man.
Yeah, you too, man.
Yeah, thank you,
I'm letting
thank
my
you.
beard grow out too, you know. Let it grow out a little bit. Nothing
You
here
need to let the
anymore.
top. You need to let the top grow
I tried for years.
out. Yeah, and then so is it Diane or Diana?
Diana.
Diana.
Hi.
Hi, nice to meet you. This is Claudia with us right here at the top.
Yeah.
So
Oh, there
we
it
work
is.
together. So Claudia is my cousin, and we work as a team
there you
here. So you'll probably like end up talking to like throughout this whole process. Like there's 5 of us that you'll probably end up seeing and talking to throughout this whole process. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. So Claudia, do you have the note sheet? Perfect. So usually when we get together, we fill this document out that Claudia just kind of shared with us real quick on the screen. And the document basically asks for like your, at the top it asks for your information, and then below that we start to write notes about what type of property, bedrooms, baths, square footage, all that stuff, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So on our end, we're writing it down just so you know. Okay.
Okay.
So we have some questions for you before we get started. What questions do you have for us?
Yeah. So we know that ultimately with going with the VA and I guess having our certificate of eligibility, what else does that entail, for us?
Advantages.
Some of the advantages, yeah, because we hear different things and we see different things, but we just want to know, for sure.
Yeah, as far as like advantages with like VA versus other financing?
Yeah.
Yes. And then I heard
Perfect.
that there were certain things that were waived. So let's say like I think it's the homeowner's insurance or something like that was waived. I just wanted to check on that.
Yeah, perfect. Good questions. So first and foremost, if I was able to buy properties with VA loans, me personally, I would buy as many as possible. Okay. So let's go over some advantages of VA, pros and cons. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll start off with the cons. The con of a VA is that the property that you buy, it has to be in move-in ready condition.
Okay.
I like that.
So you can't go and buy a fixer. You can't go buy a fixer. You can't go buy something that needs a bunch of work. If a property, is being sold, let's say for 400, let's say in your case, let's say it's being sold for 200,000. You're like, wow, that's a great deal. I have a cousin that does carpet. I have another cousin that does, bathrooms, and we could fix it up for cheap.
Yeah.
You still can't buy it because VA wouldn't allow you. Does that make sense? So it has to be in turnkey condition. So that's one con of VA, is that it has to be in good condition. The other con of VA is, I wouldn't say the actual VA loan itself, but I would say most banks that do VA, like Navy Fed, USAA, like credit unions, they usually take a lot longer to process a VA loan. Okay. So, for example, VA appraisers, to do an appraisal on a property using a VA loan, they have 14 days to complete the appraisal.
Okay.
With a regular loan, conventional FHA, I could get an appraisal back within like 3 or 4 days.
Okay.
Compared to 14 days on a VA. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and then USAA and all these credit unions, what I've noticed is they take longer. They could take longer.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, someone like direct lender, like Anita's bank and Edgar, they could knock out a VA deal like in 17 to 21 days. So they're fast.
Wow.
So like I said, it's not necessarily the VA loan, but it's some VA banks that take a long time.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Pros. Let's go over some pros. Pros with VA is that you come in with 0 down.
Yeah.
A regular first-time buyer usually has to come in with 3% down.
Yeah.
3.5% down for FHA. So on a $300,000 purchase, that's about 10 grand that a regular buyer has to come in. You have to come in with 0.
Okay. Yeah.
And I don't know if I give you my example. So if I wanted to buy a property as an investor, I would have to all my properties, I put down 20
Yeah.
to 25% down. So on that same $300,000 condo, I would have to come in, me personally, and any other investor with conventional financing, I would have to come in with $60,000 to $75,000 down. You
Damn.
just go in with zero.
Okay.
So that's a huge advantage. The second big, my favorite advantage that you guys have is you guys don't have any mortgage insurance. So if you buy, anytime you buy a property with less than 20% down, you have to pay, the buyer has to pay on a monthly basis forever. Mortgage insurance. So what's mortgage insurance? Mortgage insurance is the bank, usually when they let people borrow money with less than 20% down, they want to have some type of insurance to make sure that if you stop paying, they don't lose money.
Okay.
And that insurance is called mortgage insurance.
Okay.
And the bank isn't going to pay for mortgage insurance. They make the borrower pay for mortgage insurance. So literally, by you not having to pay mortgage insurance because you're a VA, you're saving a couple $100 at least every month.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So as a VA buyer, your monthly payment compared to another first-time buyer is always going to be less.
Oh, okay.
So as a buyer, again, I would love to buy VA properties.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to get a VA loan, but I don't qualify. Put in the time. So,
Okay.
So yeah. So that's kind of like that's the lowdown with VA. I love VA loans. If I could buy properties with zero down, I would do that all day long. I would own 1,000 homes, but I'm limited because I got to come in with down payments, and you can't buy 1,000 homes if you run out of money.
And it still helps though if you're like, let's say for us, if we were able to put something down on top of that zero, down payment or whatever, like that's still going to go into our, what is it, interest or mortgage? I guess
into your mortgage. Yeah. So instead of borrowing, if you're buying a $300,000 home, instead of borrowing $300,000, and let's say you put 10,000 down. Then you're only paying, instead of borrowing 300, you put 10,000. Now you're borrowing 290.
Okay.
So the what interest rate were you gonna get again? Like 3.3 or something?
3.5.
Okay, 3.5.
Yeah.
Instead of 3.35. Yeah. So instead of paying 3% ballpark per month for the rest of your life at 300, the benefit of putting down payment is that you're only paying 3 point something percent or on 290 for the rest of your life.
Okay.
So basically you're saving interest every month. So it's almost like buying a car. If you buy a car cash, you get the best deal.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you can negotiate a better price, and you don't have to pay interest for 5 years when you buy a car because you don't have a loan. But if you buy a car zero down and you buy it for $40,000, a brand new Jeep Cherokee, then you're paying interest on that $40,000 until it's paid off.
Higher. Yeah. Okay.
So basically, all it does for you by putting a down payment is you're just saving money on interest, but it's not like you're getting any cheaper or nothing like that.
Yeah.
You're just saving money over time. So like it's just like anything else in life. If the more money you put down, I'll rephrase that. It's like anything else in life. The less money you borrow, the cheaper it's gonna be because you're not paying interest. But the more you borrow, then the more expensive it's going to be because you're paying interest every month on whatever you borrow. So in a perfect world, I would tell you buy it cash, because you don't have to borrow money and then you don't owe the bank anything, then you save all that interest over 30 years. Yeah. But it's not a perfect world. And there's very few people that could buy a property cash.
That's true. Okay. So you've been looking at our package, I guess, and everything that we have, with my salary, credit, and all of my documents. So around what range do you guys think I'm in right now? I got an email from, I think her name was Anita, earlier. Who was asking for my W-2s, and I still have to go and locate that. I think I gave her I gave her something else, but I have to give her my W-2s in return. So far, what do you guys have as far as like on my packet?
Good question. So we don't do anything with the loan. We're just realtors.
Okay.
Not just realtors, but we're realtors. So we don't do loans. We don't receive any loan documents, review any loan packages. I know about loans just because I've been in it for 18 years and, you know, do a lot of deals.
Yeah.
But the lender's the one that reviews everything, asks for all the documents for the loan. That's the lender's job.
But Edgar,
I don't get in their way. It's almost like them telling me, coming in and getting in my way and saying, "Hey, Voltaire, you gotta negotiate it this way. You gotta talk to this other that way." You know, I'll be like, "What are you doing? Like, that's my thing." You know. So to answer your question, the best I can is the lender is always going to ask you for documents throughout this entire process. So you're going to give them W-2s. You already gave them pay stubs, I'm assuming. They're always going to keep asking you for updated pay stubs. Once we get an escrow, they're going to ask you for updated pay stubs. Once we're in escrow, they're going to say, "Hey, I need, Herman, I need your boss to sign this. Hey, Diana, I need you to sign that. I need," you know, they're going to start asking for all these things, all these signatures and extra documents. Okay. So that's not going to end. So from talking to Edgar, who works with Anita, they're married, they're a lone power couple. He said that based on everything that he has right now, you could qualify for $300,000 with I think he said like a 310, or how much was the HOA? Let me see real quick if I click on my notes. So basically, you could qualify for a condo for 300,000 or a house, but there's no houses available for that amount.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I have the numbers here. So you can write this down, Claudia. $300,000, 310 in HOA, and all inclusive, the monthly payment would be $2,065 based on those numbers. Okay. Now, Herman, the only way you could change those numbers, you come in with a down payment. So let's say you come in with $50,000 down payment, then you would qualify for $350. Let's say you come in with $100,000 down payment, then you qualify for $400,000. Okay.
Yeah.
The other way you could change the numbers is, what do you have in debt? Like what do you owe or what?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay. So
Nothing.
the only other, so there's no debt to pay off, so you can't do anything there. So the only thing that you could do is increase how much you earn every month.
Okay.
So if you got a job raise and it doubled your income, then you probably qualify for $600,000.
Yeah.
Instead of $300,000. So there's only a few things you could do to increase your actual approval amount. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, there might be a third. Your FICO gets better, and if your FICO gets better, you get a better interest rate.
And that's one thing that I was going to hit on was I think that, you know, for the most part, it should start to go up even more. And also, you know, for Core Civic, who's the company that I work for, they're expected, you know, to have a raise here pretty soon, which, you know, it's a $5 raise, which should be happening pretty soon. So I'm really hoping on that. So that should change things as well.
It could, your raise could increase. Your FICO score, yes, maybe no. The reason why it's like up in the air because rates change every single day. So today they're at 3%. Tomorrow they might be at 4.5%. So who determines what the rate's going to be? The federal government. Okay. So let's say your FICO score goes up to 800 FICO 3 months from now. But 3 months from now, some things change in the economy and the Fed's had to increase rates and now the rates are at 4.5%. So in theory, you could have an 800 FICO 3 months from now, but your payment went from 2,065 to 2,300 because the interest rate's higher.
Interest rate. Okay.
Yeah. So right now, historically, you're going to see in a bit, it's the best time to actually get a mortgage because rates are so low historically. It's incredible. You're going to see the graph I'm going to show you in a bit. What other questions do you have?
What else did you have?
That was it for the advantages.
Okay. If there's any other questions as we're going through this educational process, stop me and
Okay.
ask me, okay? And then it's okay. So things might pop in your head right now. I know we were talking about what's available for $300,000, okay?
Yeah.
And Claudia and I have a lot of experience. Right now, we're out of them. So you have an idea. There's 21,000. Or I'll wait. Okay.
No,
So
go
if
ahead,
you have
go
an
ahead.
idea, there's 21,000 realtors in San Diego. That's a lot of realtors. 21,000. Okay, that's a lot. Right now, Claudia and I, we have like 7 active condos. We're signing a bunch of condos like under 300 right now for some reason. And we have one of the biggest pool of inventories in the county. So we have a client that owns and is selling like 200 condos. So the reason why I'm telling you that is because we know what the inventory out there. We know what's available. And then at a glance on our screen, we could see all the homes available in San Diego. Okay. And we're going to give you access to that. So this program that we have, it's better than Zillow. It's better than Redfin. It's better than Realtor.com. It's better than anything. It's the system that Zillow pulls properties from, and that So we're going to give you direct access to that.
Okay.
And what you'll find is 300,000 or less. What it gets you in San Diego is a condo, anywhere between a studio to 2 bedrooms max.
Yeah.
Well, I lie. There's the one that I told you that's available. That's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath for $250, but it's like in the hood.
Yeah.
So what's available for you guys to buy with a VA loan is the best you're going to be able to do is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, potentially 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo. Okay.
Okay.
The only question is, what areas are you guys cool with? Now, yeah, go ahead.
No, we were going to say that preferably the South Bay, although the South Bay has been, peaking pretty high from what we've seen, from the mid 400s to mid 500s, something like that. Spring Valley was another one. We saw like maybe 1 or 2 in the Paradise Hills area, which is literally just maybe 5-minute drive away from here. We saw some places that, before we even started this thing, I was looking like, 400 should be good. 400 to 410, that'll be great. That's around like the Paradise Hills area. So really those 3 areas are the ones that we're really looking at.
I like the Chula Vista, even if it's not East Chula Vista, like kind of in the middle.
Got it. So just so you guys see what we're looking at, what Claudia's filling out, she's filling this out, okay?
Okay.
And so she's putting in here areas. So based on our conversation so far, so right here she's putting 300,000 max. That's all you could qualify for, right?
Okay.
So right here, what she's putting is she's putting Chula Vista, she's putting South Bay, she put Paradise Hills. Realistically, for you, what's the minimum amount of bedrooms and baths that you guys are okay with?
2
minimum. Okay,
yeah,
so 2 bedrooms, and then minimum, how many bathrooms?
1.5.
Yeah, 1.5.
Okay. So 1.5, and then we'll leave square footage open. And then how many cars do you guys have?
Total of 2.
Okay, 2. So how many parking spaces do you guys have right now at your place?
We have one covered currently.
And then what about not covered?
Not covered. It's pretty much like either you park on the street or first come first serve inside the gate.
So right now you have 1.
Just 1. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So what we'll do is we'll put 1 for now, and then we'll see what's available. We'll just leave it open.
Okay.
So we're gonna set you up on a search. Now, are you guys okay with? I'll tell you right now, the most affordable areas where you're gonna find the best deals. It's gonna be Spring Valley, El Cajon, Lakeside, and then you have like Encano and the Hood and all that. National City.
Yeah.
Are any of those areas that you would consider?
Spring Valley for sure. We saw some properties that were in the Spring Valley area. Although they were like, you know, 395 to 400 though. That's the only issue.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So we're gonna have to look for something under 300. Everything's obviously gonna have to be under 300, but so we'll put Spring Valley. How about Lemon Grove?
I'm not sure. I'm okay with National City as long as it covers her school. Some parts of National City, like those condos in front of Plaza Bonita Mall, I know they're very affordable, and they cover her school, Valley Vista Elementary.
Valley Vista Elementary. So we'll write that down. And then Plaza Bonita Mall across the street.
Yeah, those are condos over there, and the last time I looked, they're pretty affordable.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll include that pocket. So now we have a good idea of where you guys want to be, right?
Yeah.
We have an idea of like 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath minimum. We have an idea of the maximum price, 300. So what we're gonna do now, Claudia's gonna create a search, and then we're gonna start emailing those properties as they hit the market.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now let's go into the next phase where we're just gonna go over the actual A's and B's and C's of buying and how everything works. Okay.
Okay.
So let me pull up that presentation here. All right. Minimize this. I can share it with you guys. All right, here we go.
Yeah, what does it mean to be in escrow? Like, what does that mean?
Oh, that's a good question. And we're gonna cover that question.
Okay.
It's one of my last slides, but it's a super important question. And then we're gonna not only cover it, but we're gonna give you details on everything. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good question. Any other questions? Just let me know. Stop me, and then I'll make sure I cover it. Okay. But most of the questions are gonna be covered in this. Okay. We have a home hunter service, as you can see here. There's different types of agents. There's seller's agents and buyer's agent. We're the buyer's agent for you. As a buyer's agent, we owe you a fiduciary, which means we have your best interest at heart, not anybody else's. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. And then, by the way, Claudia, I know you have some stuff to do in case you want to just log off. I just wanted her to meet you guys because we're all going to be working together, and I'll share with you how in a bit.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Cool. All right. So we're going to be your buyer's agent. Okay. That's the type of agency we're going to have. The next is step 1, home loan pre-approval. So when you buy a home, you got to be pre-approved. These are the interest rates over the last 50 years on average. 1970s, you get an 8%. 1980s, you get a 12% interest. 1990s, you get an 8%. 2000 to 2010, you would get a 6.29% interest rate.
Yeah.
And 2010 to now, it's about almost a 4% interest rate. So
and that's for the 20. That's for 2020, right?
Yeah, 2020 right now. Yeah. So you could see how cheap it is right now compared to the last 50 years.
Yeah.
So when people tell me, like they complain to me about a 4% interest rate or something.
Yeah.
I mean, when I got in the business, it was actually pretty affordable. It was 6.5% interest. Some of my clients, if they had bad credit, they would get like 8%.
Yeah.
So right now, 4% or 3 and some change, that's like a steal, in my opinion.
Okay.
Not even my opinion. This is just facts. It's just numbers, you know?
Yeah.
Cool. So this is, rates, they're always up and down. Okay.
Okay.
This is projections for rates. Everyone's projecting it, to be somewhere around the same.
Okay.
Okay. Different types of banks out there. So obviously you guys talked to 2 different banks so far, right?
Yeah.
There's mortgage brokers, there's large direct lenders, and there's private direct lenders. So Anita's bank, they're direct lenders, okay?
Okay.
Private direct lenders, they're over here.
Okay.
there's large direct lenders as well. Large direct lenders are banks like Wells Fargo,
Wells Fargo. Okay.
Navy Fed, San Diego County Credit Union, Chase, Bank of America. Those are large direct lenders. And then you have a mortgage broker. A mortgage broker isn't going to give you the money directly for the VA loan.
Okay.
What they're going to do is they're going to take all your information and they're going to go ahead and take it to one of these other banks. They're going to take it to a large direct lender or a private direct lender.
Okay.
Okay. So typically it's cheaper, a little bit cheaper on the closing costs and stuff like that to buy with one of these guys, to buy with a direct lender or a private direct lender.
Yeah.
A mortgage broker, they're not going to give you the loan directly, so they might charge you like an extra fee, which is fine if they could find you a good deal. But with these two guys, with the direct lenders, they have more control over your transaction. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Then your monthly payment, it's going to include these 4 things: principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. So one payment is going to cover these 4 things. You won't have to worry about property taxes or property insurance, and it's going to include your interest and principal. The only thing it doesn't include that you have to pay separate is your HOA.
Okay.
All right.
So there are some properties out there though, like for our instance, you know, our budget is 300. So we're actually, do you feel like we can actually get something around that price range where we don't have to pay HOA? Because that would ultimately take us over, no?
Yeah, no, everything's gonna have HOA.
Yeah. Damn. Okay.
Yeah. The only time that it's not gonna have HOA is if you buy a house.
Yeah. Okay.
But houses start like at 400 and some change.
Yeah.
So everything that you're gonna buy in your price range is gonna have HOA.
Okay.
Cool. Good question. So cost of financing a home. So you have your purchase price. You have your down payment, which in this case is 0 down.
Yeah.
And then interest. Interest is the cost of borrowing money. And then you have your closing costs. So I think the uphill challenge we're going to have is whenever you buy a home, there's something called closing costs. Closing costs are fees that are associated with the purchase. So what does the fee include? It includes escrow fees, title insurance company fees, lender fees, real estate fees. Like our fee on it would be $695 at the close of escrow. Then you have notary fees. You have HOA fees at the closing. So typically on a $300,000 purchase, your closing costs are going to be close to 10 grand. Okay.
Okay.
Now, closing costs, that's just the cost to buy those are fees. That ain't going towards the loan. That ain't going towards the purchase. That's just fees.
A fee.
Okay? Now, with that being said, there's different ways to pay the closing costs. One is you just pay it out of pocket if you have 10 grand ballpark. If you don't have 10 grand, then we would negotiate with the seller to cover those costs for you.
Okay.
The way that we do that.
I don't think there is.
The way that we negotiate the closing costs for the seller to pay is if the seller wants $300,000 as an example.
Yeah.
You would offer them $310,000 and ask for a $10,000 credit to pay your closing costs. So in essence, it leaves them with $300,000 in their pocket.
Dang. Okay.
So in your case, because you're maxed out at 300, if the seller wanted 300, we would just say, hey, look, the best we could do is give you 290 in your pocket. Why? Because we qualify for 300.
Yeah.
We need 10,000 for closing costs that we need you to pay as a seller. So now you're left with 290 in your pocket, Mr. Seller. Is that something acceptable to you? And then at that point, the seller has to make a decision. Okay, these guys are maxed out at 300, so I can pay 10,000 for the closing costs and keep 290 in my pocket. So basically, I just wanted to let you know that there is something called closing costs, and it goes with every time you buy a home.
Yeah.
Okay, that was step 1. Okay, the loan process. Step 2, we're going to email you all the properties that match your home buying criteria with our exclusive home hunter service. So that's that system I told you about earlier. that's going
Okay.
to have all the properties in San Diego.
Okay.
So step one on that, you tell us exactly what you're looking for, which you already did. Step two, we enter your criteria into our computer search program. Number three, we're going to send you regular updated emails with listings of all the properties that match your home buying criteria.
Okay.
Number four, you tell us which ones you're interested in, and then we're going to investigate those properties for you.
Okay.
And so basically, once you start receiving them to your email, you're going to say, hey, Voltaire, I'm interested in 123 C Street or 567 F Avenue. And then from there, you know, we're going to look them in, we're going to look into them. We're going to say, hey guys, we'll meet you at the property today at 4 p.m. to check it out.
Yeah.
Or we're going to say, hey guys, there's a tenant. The tenant doesn't want to show until tomorrow at 6 p.m. And then we just arrange showings that way. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool. Step three, we're going to help you get the home that you want using our specialized market edge technology, our market knowledge and leading edge technology. So what I'm showing you right here is called an appreciation chart. It's showing you what home prices did over the last, since 1987. So over the last 33 years. So prices have just been going up, 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 up. You know, right here, you see a crash in the blue.
Yeah.
You see a drop. That was 2008. And then it started going back up, and now it's back up to higher than that time. So prices in real estate over time, they always go up.
Yeah. Especially here, you know, in San Diego, which kind of sucks, you know, for some people. Like my income and what I'm getting is a lot, you know, compared to some people. But yet it seems like, you know, because of the fact that the price of homes are so much, it makes it that much difficult. Whereas, you know, I can go and take a job in Arizona or something and I get paid $21 and I can afford something at a pretty reasonable price over there. San Diego is just very difficult that I'm finding, you know?
Yeah. So I always like to say San Diego is expensive because it is.
Yeah, it is.
But it's not unaffordable, meaning it's crazy, man. I don't know if I think I told you, I rented out a couple of my properties this past week.
Yeah.
And they're in Logan, and the rent, one is $2,200. The other one, I got $2,650 for places in Logan. And these are two bedroom places. And the applications that I was getting were $150,000 a year, $200,000 a year that they're making, dude, as income. So, you know, there was two households, or 2-person income, basically, right?
2-income household, yeah.
But I guess what I'm saying is, we have a lot of clients that buy $500,000 homes, $600,000 homes, and it's expensive, but they can still afford their payment. They can still afford to go out and, you know, enjoy themselves. So, and like I explained the other day, it doesn't happen overnight. You know, this might have been their second or third home. You know, so they just build real estate. They start building, they build equity in their homes, and they just keep moving up. You know.
Yeah.
So, but you're right, it is expensive, and yeah, it's one of those things where price is always going to go up in San Diego, in my opinion, at least, because I mean, it's beautiful compared to living like in Arizona or Nevada or something, you know. So that's the appreciation chart. You see inventory, we're negative inventory. Why? That means that there's more buyers out there than there is sellers. So that's always going to push prices up. If there's always more demand than there is supply, I mean, that's why prices are strong, you know? Some of your competition, so there's going to be FHA buyers, conventional buyers, are going to be cash buyers. So you're going to be competing against all these people, plus you're going to be competing against VA buyers as well. This is the types of listings you're going to encounter out there. 83% of all listings are going to be traditional sellers. Meaning they don't need to sell their home. They're selling because they want to. They're selling because they want to cash out. They're selling because they want to buy a bigger home. They want to buy in a better area. They want a 1-story instead of a 2-story. So they're buying because they're selling because they want to. They don't have
They
to.
want to. Okay.
17% of the sellers, they're selling because they have to. They're getting foreclosed. They're getting a divorce. Someone passed away. Someone called me today saying, "Hey, my auntie's passed away. I want to sell." So, long story short, that's the breakdown. And this is why our market's so strong, because 83% of the people that are selling, they don't need to. So they'll just hold tight on until they get their price.
Okay.
Okay. Sometimes there's off-market properties. We'll give you those. Step 5, we close the transaction quickly and with the least cost and hassle using our team sales approach. So we work as a team. So when I first started real estate, it was just me by myself. So if you wanted to see a house on the weekend or at night or, on one of my days off, I wasn't there to show you. You had to wait a day or two.
Yeah.
Now I work as a team. So we're all covering each other's back. We could go look at homes 24/7, basically Sundays, Saturdays, nights, weekends. There's always one of us working. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to meet, well, you already met Claudia. She's going to be showing you a lot of the homes. I'm the lead negotiator. So my job is just to basically, once we find the home that you like, negotiate the best deal for you. Okay.
Okay.
Then you're going to have Vanessa. That's my sister. Claudia is my cousin, by the way. Vanessa, she's been with me for several years. She's going to be reaching out to you throughout the process, just making sure you guys are okay. If you guys need, anything extra, she's going to be your concierge.
Okay.
And then you're going to meet a couple other people on our team, Nicole, potentially Soraya, Sanam. So, we work as a team.
Okay.
As your buyer's agent, our goal is to help you secure the best financing at the lowest rates and terms. So we hooked you up with some really good people already. Number 2, negotiate the lowest price and terms. So that's my job and Claudia's job to get you that. And then meet your home buying needs with the least amount of hassle. That's all of our jobs.
Okay.
A little bit about us. I'm ranked in the top 1% of the county of agents. So there's 21,000 agents. I think right now I'm ranked like 102 or something like that.
Okay.
21,000. So they rank us based on number of sales. So a number of sales gives us all the experience in the world. So I've taught hundreds of agents. I've been on the radio. I've been on TV. I wrote articles in the newspapers. So all that experience allows us to give you a better product, better service. So we're able to help you find a home in less than a month compared to the national average. The average buyer takes 3 months to find a home.
Wow. Okay.
And then here's Diana, here's the question that you had. What's escrow?
Yeah.
So escrow is a noun. Escrow is also a verb, and it's an adjective. So physically what it is, it's a company. And the company is called the escrow company. And whenever you get your offer accepted, okay, we go out, look at homes. You like a home, we write an offer, you get your offer accepted. As soon as we get our offer accepted, we send that contract over to this escrow company.
Okay.
They take care of all the paperwork to make sure that you're the legal owner of that property.
Okay.
The way that they use it in a verb, some agents, as soon as they get their offer accepted, they tell their buyers, congratulations, we just opened escrow. You're an escrow now. Some buyers use it to describe that they're no longer looking for a home. So they tell their family, hey guys, I'm in escrow. We're not looking anymore. That's what that means. Whenever a seller says that they're in escrow, that means that they found the buyer and they're no longer advertising the home for sale. Okay. So basically all it means is that they got an accepted contract. Cool. I don't think I can hear you anymore, Herman.
It was muted.
Okay, I can hear you now. Perfect.
Okay, cool.
Cool. So that's what escrow is. Now, escrow has a timeline, okay? Escrow has a timeline. So the timeline is based on how many days you're going to close. So VA buyer with the company you're working with, the loan company, you're good to close like 21 days, 25 days or something like that, okay? So the typical transaction in San Diego is 30-day escrow. That's how long before you get your keys. So on the 30th day, you would get your keys. So day one starts when you get your offer accepted by the seller.
Okay.
Within 3 days, you're gonna have to put a deposit into escrow. The deposit holds your place for the property. Once you put your deposit into escrow, the seller of that property takes the property off the market. Okay, so they stop advertising it to other buyers. They take the property off the market.
Mm-hmm.
So your deposit is your money. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
it's not the seller's money. So it basically holds the property for you. So how much money do you guys have to put as a deposit?
So that deposit is gonna go towards our loan, right?
Well, it can go, you can leave it in there or you could get it back at the close of escrow. So it's just basically literally it's holding your spot, but it has to go to the escrow company. So how much money do you guys have? By the way, the more money you put down, the better it is, or the easier it is to negotiate with the seller a better deal.
Okay.
2,000.
Yeah, maybe like $2,000, something like
Okay.
that. We don't have like a lot, you know, as far as the
Cool.
down payment. We're solely relying on the VA and that's it.
Got it. Okay, so we'll put 2,000 as a down payment, as a deposit. Okay,
Deposit,
Yeah.
deposit. Okay, so you got to do that within 3 days of getting your offer accepted. From there, you have, the seller has 7 days to disclose to you what's wrong with the home. So the seller discloses to you if someone passed away in the property,
Mhm.
if the neighbors are always partying, if someone used to smoke in the apartment, if there's leaky faucets, if the electrical doesn't work. So anything that they know that's wrong, they have to, by law, disclose it to you within 7 days.
Okay.
Within 10 to 17 days, that's your contingency period. Contingency means your right to cancel. Okay, so that's what contingency means. So at any point before you remove your contingencies, you could cancel and you get your deposit back.
Okay.
So for example, on the 14th day, we're in escrow. You get the news, Herman, that your job says that you're going to be furloughed due to COVID-19. And at that point, you could cancel, you get your deposit back. You don't lose any money.
Okay.
Okay. Or you, let's say on the 9th day, you go, you know what? Man, I don't like the color on that building. Or I drove by it at night. I don't like it at night. I'm just going to cancel. You could cancel, you get your deposit back.
Okay.
Okay. So contingency literally means your right to cancel. Now, on a certain day, in your case, it's going to be about 17 days in, the seller is going to want to know if you're in or you're out.
Okay.
Okay. So on this day, you're going to have to remove all your contingencies. Meaning, you're going to have to tell the seller, hey, look it, seller, I did my inspections on the property. I drove by at night. I drove by on the weekend. I'm okay with the whole situation. I talked to my lender. They said I'm solid. I talked to my boss. He says my job is good. I'm in. At that point, you remove your contingency, your right to cancel. You move forward and you close the deal.
Okay.
Okay. And then you get your money back at the end, your deposit. Now, if for whatever reason, right before we're about to close escrow, you decide to cancel, you get cold feet or something like that, then you lose your $2,000 deposit.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. Right. And the reason why you would lose it is because the seller just took his property off or her property off the market for 25 days, and you decide to just string her along and cancel, and then they just lost out on a bunch of buyers and market time and rent. You know, they had it vacant for a month, so that's the mortgage was $2,000.
Will that also hurt us with the VA as well? Will the VA loan have any type of adverse reaction because of that as well?
No, they don't care.
No. So that
we could go literally the next day and go look for homes again. If you still want to look for homes, we could go look at homes the next day. You just basically would have lost your deposit though.
That's it. Okay.
Got it? All right.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about your inspections. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you are going to have inspections on the property. There's 3 different ones: appraisal, physical home inspection, and your termite inspection. The appraisal, the banks, it's a requirement for the bank because they're going to loan you 300 grand. They want to know that the property is worth 300 grand.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's money that's going to be, you have to talk to Edgar and Anita to find out if that's going to be basically something that you pay out of pocket or at the close of escrow, but that's going to be about $500.
Okay.
The next fee is going to be your home inspection. That's going to be about $350. So you're paying a guy who knows about construction to go out to your home and inspect it for you and tell you whether it's a good buyer or not.
That's probably
Ian's job, yeah.
okay. I have a buddy of mine that's moving from Seattle to San Diego, and he does that. He's an inspector and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, you could hire him. You could hire anyone you want. We have recommendations too. But if he knows what he's doing, and if he knows what he's doing and he knows condos, which I'm sure any home inspector would, and he maybe, could help you out, you could always call him up and he could do it for you.
Yeah. No, we'll probably go with your recommendations because I think he mostly did like construction sites. That was his, primary field and stuff like that, like on the construction side.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Okay, cool.
And then a termite inspection. Usually for VA, 90% of the time the seller pays for this fee.
Okay.
Okay. So out of pocket, you might be out of pocket about $850 maybe.
Okay.
And if you cancel, by the way, once you're in there, you don't get that money back because you just pay people to go out to your home. Yeah. And that's their time, and that's their time, and so you're basically hiring contractors to go out to your house and tell you whether to buy it or not.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the escrow timeline. Any questions here?
No.
All right. So we offer you a satisfaction guarantee. We're the only people in town that I know of that offers this.
Yeah.
So within 23 months, if you don't like your home, you just call me. I'll go back and I'll help you sell it, and I won't charge you a commission to sell it. Okay.
Okay.
So the reason why I offer this is to show you and guarantee that we're not pushy. Okay. We're not going to push you into a home. We're not going to, try to sell you on a home. You're going to choose a home that you like and you guys feel comfortable with.
Yeah.
Okay? Because if you guys don't like it or feel comfortable with it, I'm going to have to go back out there within 23 months and help you sell it. And, I'm going to lose time and money and everything. Yeah. So I don't want to do that. But, this is just to guarantee that, hey, look, you're choosing the home and we're here for you.
Yeah. Okay.
All we ask in return is your loyalty.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to share with you one more document. Anything else that you have a question about on that we just covered?
No.
All right, cool. All right, I'm going to share with you one more document here. All right. So Claudia already filled this part out, right?
Okay.
We might ask you for some more. We're going to email some of this to you so you can fill in your birthday and fill out a couple of things.
Okay.
We want to get to know you a bit. So right here, you guys can put like your anniversary, and we like to, just reach out on your anniversary and congratulate you, any pets that you have, the name of your children, favorite stuff, favorite flowers, favorite restaurants, favorite food, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we'll send that to you via email.
Somalian food. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I know. Go curry.
Go curry.
So this is our one-page VIP buyer agreement. Okay. So this is everything that we do for you. We put it up front. Number one, we're going to assist you in securing the best financing program. We already did that. We already hooked you up with the best lender out there. Number two, we're automatically going to email you properties that match your home buying criteria. Number three, well, that was number two. Number three, we're going to arrange private showings of any properties you want to see. Number four, we're going to find you a property using our specialized knowledge and discuss the best strategy in regards to the entire purchase. Okay. So that's what we're really going to focus in on, is just using our specialized knowledge to get you the best possible property. Number five, we're going to present your offer and negotiate on your behalf and in your best interest. So you won't have to worry about negotiating or nothing. You just say, hey, Claudia, Voltaire, I want this property, and that's it. And we take care of the rest. You don't have to negotiate nothing, okay?
Okay.
Number 6, we're going to recommend extremely competent affiliates with respect to your total home purchase. So if you need an appraiser, if you need a home inspector, if you need a termite guy, a title guy, insurance guy, whoever you need, let us know. We take care of that. We'll recommend somebody that we know that's good. Number 7, we'll always be available to answer any questions that you have via text or phone call. Number 8, we're going to provide you with a 23-month satisfaction guarantee. So again, you know, if you're not satisfied, we'll come back, we'll help you sell the property, and we won't charge you a commission on our end, okay? Number 9, we're going to rekey the property for you at the close of escrow. You buy a property with any other agent, they're just going to give you the same key that the seller used and his cousins used and his whole family had. Well, we're going to rekey it because it's important to us that you feel safe in your home.
I never thought about that.
Yeah,
That's
me neither.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah.
Number, you know, nobody, you're going to be at night when you're just going to wake up and then you're going to just,
see somebody there, like, whoa.
I already know you, bro. You're going to be hiding underneath the bed. You're going to live there.
Dude, I'm going to be crying.
Yeah. Number 10, we're going to have the property professionally cleaned for you at the close of escrow. Again, you buy with any other agent, they're just going to hand you the key. It's going to be probably, you know, not cleaned by the owner. The owner just takes their stuff and leaves, but they don't clean it for you. So we're going to clean that for you, okay? What was that?
Did you hear?
Yeah. Layla later.
Go ahead.
Okay, cool. So we're going to clean the property for you. That way it's clean at the close of escrow. In return, what we ask is that you notify us of any listed properties that you wish to view, and inform all other agents that we're representing you. So this is just the loyalty part. You know, if you can walk into as many open houses as you want, you can call as many signs as you want, but just let them know that we're helping you out. Okay.
Okay.
So our fee is 3%. That's what we make on whenever you buy a home. The seller pays us 3% commission. Okay. Sometimes they pay us a little less. So if they pay us a little less, we're not tripping. Usually what you're responsible for at the close of escrow is $695.
Okay.
But since we're going to negotiate your closing costs for you, for the seller to pay, then you're really walking in just not paying anything out of pocket. Okay.
Okay.
Number 3, this agreement is for 3 months and it automatically renews every 3 months. So the agreement can be terminated when either party gives a 30-day written notice of cancellation. So the way it works is Diana and Herman, you guys could cancel on me at any time. You could say, hey, you know what? You suck as an agent. You know, you don't know your stuff. You're a horrible negotiator. And you could cancel on us. You don't owe me nothing. At the same time, I could cancel on you guys if I feel you're not responsive, you don't respond to our messages or our phone calls, or if you're being unrealistic about what you're looking for. You know, if you're saying, hey, look, I want to buy a house for $300,000 and you know, that's unrealistic. So then at that point we can cancel on you too. Okay. And basically at the end of the day is we want to be in a good relationship where you guys are happy and then we're happy as well. Okay.
Okay.
Number 4, acknowledge that the broker is being retained solely as a real estate agent. So I'm not an attorney, tax advisor, lender, appraiser, home inspector, or any other professional service provider. I'm a real estate agent. Okay.
Okay.
Number 5, this won't apply, but if you were buying a house, it would, which is allow us to place a sold sign on your front lawn after we close escrow, just to show the neighbors that we
put it in the window. Great.
There. All right. Perfect. Yeah. We'll put it in the window. Awesome, man. Thanks. And then, so number 6, buyers shall be pre-approved with buyer's preferred lender before viewing any home. So this is just saying, hey, look, in order to go out there and look at homes, we need the approval letter from the lender.
Okay.
Cool. Any questions on this?
No, yes, kind of. So let's say that we saw a property like the one that you sent me the other day. and we want to set up, you know, a showing. So per the agreement, we would contact you guys, set up a date, and then it would be Claudia, the one that would meet us out there to show us the property and everything like that, right?
Yeah, so exactly.
Okay.
So you would contact us. It doesn't matter which company is a seller's agent. So it could be one of our listings, Lepe Tendwell, or it could be
Yeah.
a Cobo Banker, or it could be
Yeah.
Keller Williams. It doesn't matter. You just
Okay.
say, hey, Voltaire, I want to see these 3 properties. You send us those 3. They're called MLS numbers. I don't know if you've seen them. They're like 9 digits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen them.
Yeah. So you just send us those 3 MLS numbers.
Okay.
We'll look them up. We'll contact the owners. We'll contact the tenants. We'll figure out what the situation is. We'll find out whether the complex is VA approved or not VA approved.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do all our due diligence, and then we'll get back to you and we'll say, Diana and Herman, out of the 3 properties that you wanted to see, one of them isn't available or it isn't VA approved. The other 2 are, and we have these dates that the seller is willing to show us. And then we'll just schedule that appointment. And then at that point, Claudia will go out there, show you the property. Sometimes I go out there and show you the property. And then, if you guys like it, you tell us, hey, we like it. We want to write an offer. Or you just say, we didn't like it. These are the reasons why. That way we get to know you a little bit better as far as your likes and your dislikes.
Yeah.
And then we go on to the next one.
Okay. During these times, are you guys seeing any difficulties with showings, and like how is that going on with everything that's going on right now? Like how's that working out? You know?
Good question. There's a few more steps we have to take before looking at homes. So the first step is we have to fill out a form where you, as a buyers, you're affirming that you don't have COVID-19 and you weren't, that you weren't in contact with anybody that you might suspect would have it.
Yeah.
And that you are going to be careful in the home, and that you're not going to bring your kids basically into the home. That it's just basically 2 adults max inside the home, plus the realtor. I'm going to sign that same form. So we have to do that before every single home, believe it or not, which kind of, sucks, but we take care of it. We electronically send it to you for electronic signature. So you don't have to do nothing except for tap, tap, tap.
Oh, okay.
Now, that's on vacant homes. On homes where the tenant lives or the owner occupies the home, it's the same process, except we have to go in there, just be a lot more careful, bring our masks, walk in the home, and it just takes a little bit longer to schedule those, but that's the only difference.
Okay, cool. All right.
Cool. What are the questions?
Or are we able to look at houses, like if it's surrounding like a school that we want? Like, is there such a search like that, like a search engine like that for homes?
Something that can help us narrow it down to where my daughter's school is in Valley Vista.
So yes and no. So there's no thing where I could just type into a computer and say, Valley Vista Elementary, and then it just gives me all the homes that are associated with that school district. But what you could do, Diana, is if you could just go on like Google Maps and find out exactly like the boundaries of what streets or neighborhoods that school applies to, and just like kind of like draw out on the map like a circle or just a polygon. Send it over to us, and then we'll go ahead and we could activate a map search on our end, and then we would just basically do the same polygon shape that you did, and then we would just send you properties within that area, within that radius. Okay. Good question.
Yeah.
Okay. The next thing is something called supplemental property taxes. You ever heard of it? Yeah.
I'll be right back.
All right. Should I wait?
No,
I can wait. Okay. All right. I'll keep going. There's something called supplemental property taxes. You ever heard of that, Diana?
No.
All right. Most buyers don't, and then they get surprised when they buy a home. Okay. So we like to just tell you everything up front. That way there's no surprises at all when you buy a home. Supplemental property tax is an assessment that the county of San Diego assesses you when you buy a home. It's almost like a sales tax. It's almost like a one-time tax. Okay. So the way it works is if you bought a $450,000 home and previously it was worth 350, the difference is 100 grand.
Mm-hmm.
And then they do some math and then they send you a bill. In this example, for this amount,
Wow.
and it's a one-time tax. It's called the supplemental.
Wow.
So long story short, I'm telling you this so you could save up for that. And they usually send it to you within a year. So anywhere between a couple months to 12 months after you buy the home. Okay. So you have to save up for that supplemental property tax. Okay. All right.
So for example, if we buy for 300
and then like the people bought the house for like 200.
Yeah, they would use this math right here, $100,000 difference, and they would multiply it by the month that you're in, and then come up with that, multiply by 1%, and then they come up with the supplemental tax bill, $750. So it all depends which home you buy. Every home is different, but just know that to expect a bill called supplemental tax after you buy a home. Okay.
Supplemental tax. The county taxes you.
Yeah, a one-time tax. One-time tax.
One-time tax.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And then finally, this is a school that we help out. You might have seen me post about this before. We've given them about we've given them about $70,000 over the last 7 years now. So every time I sell a home, I put some money away and I give some to the kids at the end of the year. So
That's good.
if you end up in the future referring us to any of your friends and family, automatically we'll discount $100 from your closing costs. Okay. Just for referring someone, even if they don't buy or sell.
Yeah.
And then you'll also be entered into our whole top refer thing where you could win some money at the end of the year. But long story short, this is what we do for the school for the kids. Do you know of anyone buying or selling?
Not right now. Like we had her one friend who is coming from Washington. The one that I don't know if you remember, but we had told you about her. She was looking at purchasing some land and stuff like that, and she wanted to build off of that. But they're gonna be moving to her parents' house and going from there. So for right now, no. Like I'm pretty much the only one, that's looking.
Okay.
And I've been throwing it in Diana's ear now forever.
Cool, man. Well, thanks for thinking of that. If you do come across someone, just let me know, and I'm here to help, obviously. And then here's some buyer success stories. So here's some previous buyers, home buyers. We helped them out, and hopefully you could be on this list soon. So that's pretty much it, man. That's the process, and that's how we're gonna move forward from here on, just with everything that I just shared with y'all. Any final questions before we end the meeting?
Do you have anything else?
Okay, if I think of anything like randomly, I'll have him text you.
Perfect. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
So do me a favor, Herman. When we get off, if you could text me Diana's phone number and email.
Okay.
We're gonna start a group chat, us four, including Claudia and Vanessa, and then any properties that you guys want to see, because we're going to start sending you properties tomorrow. Any properties that you want to see, just text the group chat, and then one of us will jump on it and start working on it.
Okay. Are you seeing a lot of people, one more last question, are you seeing a lot of people that are in my situation that are looking for something around the 300s, range? Is that like the norm, or what's typically like the norm right now, for most people,
So good question. So as far as buyers, the cheaper the property, the more buyers that want to buy it and qualify. So you are going to have competition.
Okay.
There's a lot of people that want to buy something. Again, San Diego's expensive. So most people in San Diego qualify for 300 than they would qualify for 400.
Yeah.
So the higher you go, there's less competition at the $2 million level.
Yeah.
A lot less competition. compared to 300,000, there's a bunch of competition. But it's our job as a realtor to basically beat out those other people, you know, on your behalf.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, that's about it, man. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. Hey, congratulations. I'm really excited for you guys. I didn't mention it before to you, Diana, but I really believe in real estate. I own a lot of real estate, and I've seen how it changed my my life, my net worth, and I've also seen how it changed a lot of my clients' lives and net worth. So this is like a first a stepping stone that you're taking right now to bigger and better things. So the first home isn't going to be your forever home. It's just a stepping stone to your forever home. And usually, from my experience, it takes somebody 3 to 4 homes before they get their forever home. And I'll leave you with this. I just got off the phone earlier this morning with one of my long-term clients. He's retired. He did very well for himself, multi-millionaire. And he said, hey, Voltaire, not right now, but within 2 years, we want to buy our forever home. I go, cool, what's your forever home? I start taking down notes. Maximum $2 million, between $1.5 to $2 million. Single story, no steps, no second level, because, you know, they're older, they're going to retire. They're already retired, but, you know, they're going to live there and they don't want steps. Really nice part of Bonita / Otay Lakes Road area. And that's from somebody who is probably in his like 60s, you know, somewhere in the 60s. He's finally going to get his forever home. You know, so he didn't start off that way. He started off with, you know, a small house and another house, and then he did a lot of investments in different real estate, like real estate investments, warehouses, industrial, office buildings, stuff like that. And then so it's one of those things where he was really good at his day job, but real estate investments is what retired him. And now he and his wife have been in Canada for the last 3 months. They've only, out of the last 2 years, they've only been in San Diego. Out of 24 months, they've only been in San Diego a few months. The rest of the month, they've been around the world. And again, it's because of real estate. So
yeah,
I'm excited for you guys.
Thanks, man. We're excited, bro.
Is there like a time limit for us to like, oh, we have to find a house?
There's no time limit.
In a rush.
There's no time limit. The only thing that could potentially happen is either interest rates go up or prices go up. If one of those two things happen or both things happen, then you'll be priced out of the market and you might not be able to buy. But that's the only two things that could go wrong where you wouldn't be able to buy. But other than that, you just, the other thing that could happen is for some reason, your credit score drops. You know, that could affect you. One thing I'll tell you right now, and I'm sure the lenders have told you already, do not go and buy new stuff. Don't go buy a car. Don't go buy furniture on credit. Don't use your credit. As soon as you have debt, as soon as you use or acquire new debt, now your qualification goes down. So don't do that. Okay.
Yeah. Got it.
Even like small little things, even if it's like, oh, just run your credit card for this or apply for that, even though you're not gonna use it, do not do it. It's gonna mess up your qualification. Okay.
Qualifications. Yeah. Got it.
Even if we use the one that's open now, we can't use it.
Okay. Yeah. If you have it open now, you could use it, but just like don't rack it up.
Yeah.
Past 30% because it's gonna affect your FICO score.
Yeah, and right now, like I want to leave it. Like I don't touch the credit cards. I haven't in the past couple of months. Yeah, like I just want to leave it like exactly where it is. You know, definitely below 30%. So
yeah.
Okay.
And it's okay to use like $5 here, $5 there, just so you could have that activity, and then you just pay it off every month.
Is it better if we have activity on there?
Yeah, $5 a month, one coffee a month. That's all, and then just pay it off.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and then so it helps because it shows your history of you just paying your thing off every month.
Yeah.
So that helps you.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Alrighty. Thank you.
All right.
Well, that was it.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All You're welcome. I'll wait for your text message with
Okay.
Diana's phone number and email, and then also expect our email DocuSign so you could sign the contract and fill out some of that information. Okay.
Okay, got it. All right,
Peace.
thanks. Peace.
All right. Congrats. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.